I recorded a whole video, and then, thank God, I listened back and I decided to see if sanding while I speak in this measured, hushed tone, because I'm very demure and very mindful. Shout out to Jules motherfucking LeBron. Anyways, it's just as loud as my measured, hushed tones, if not maybe even a little bit louder. So there are moments where I'm just talking and then I just go like this, and suddenly there's a wood chipper right next to my face. What am I saying? Who knows? You can hear me a little, I guess. You can hear me a little, but wow, so fucking loud. I didn't think that this would be so loud. So I will just make the video again, because I remember what I said. First of all, I'm still sanding. And you may be asking, bitch, you sanded the sins off this guitar. Are you not done? Is it not enough? I don't know. That's why I keep sanding. But I guess we're gonna take a break so that I can yap to you for 15 minutes. So, this morning, I didn't know what I was gonna talk about, but then I saw a video of Stephen A. Smith. If you don't know who Stephen A. Smith is, which I doubt, but let's just pretend you don't, he is a sports reporter. He's a black man sports reporter who is very anti-black. He don't know that. He doesn't seem to know that. He gives, like, you know, highbrow black. like, you know, we gotta get our shit together. How do you expect us to them to take us seriously? He gives that to me. Anyways, so he is upset because the NABJ, which I presume, I've done no research. I just thought this video was funny because I know that most people don't like Stephen A. Smith. And I know why, even in the smallest bit. And I just wanted to yap about it, so I'm gonna do it. The NABJ gave him a thumbs down award. And I believe the NABJ stands for National Association of Black Journalists. And it's particularly upsetting to him because his career began at an NABJ fair. He's very upset. And the reason for his thumbs down award is for disparaging black women. Now, again, I've done no research, and I'm not a sports fan. Everything I know about Stephen A. Smith is secondary information that I've heard from my partner, who is a sports fan and has at one point been a viewer of Stephen A. Smith's shows or whatever. He knows about Stephen A. Smith. I don't know nothing about that man outside of what I've known through him. That's how I know he's anti-black. And so this may be a hot take, but I actually don't think that it's possible for you to be anti-black and not disparage black women. It's a given. It's a given. If you're anti-black, you're anti every nigga. Ain't every nigga. It's not in you. I make myself laugh a lot. I hope you're okay with that. Oh, by the way, Bev. Anyways. So, he gets this thumbs down award presented by a black woman who is in some sort of leadership. She's, I don't know, but I digress. Now, here's why it's funny. One, again, the beginning of his career is at an NABJ fair. Two, in a few weeks, he is going to be inducted into the Broadcasters Hall of Fame with the likes of Oprah Winfrey. And three, And my personal favorite, he never once, now again, I'm not going to check. I don't want to listen to this man talk for real. I watched his distress for a couple of minutes and I went on my mosey way to yap about it because I'm just some bitch. But maybe this was just a clip. I am inclined to believe that someone who yaps professionally didn't approach this with brevity. Excuse me. I have a feeling it's a longer video. However, in this clip, he never once says, when did I disparage black women? He never even tries to deny it. Never even tries to deny it. You know what he does do though? Resume. I've been in this business for 33 years. I was a high school reporter, and then I was a junior reporter, and then I went here, and then I went there, and I went everywhere. And I was a reporter on a bike, and I was a reporter with a kite, and I was on a reporter on a train, and I was a reporter on a plane. I was a reporter, with with Luke. I was there when Jesus died, actually. I'm one of the authors of the books of the Bible. Me and Luke wrote that together. Paul's letters archived by me. I still got copies. I'm very important and very talented, and everybody knows how good I am. And here's all the proof, because look at my resume. Look at my resume. Man. I'm an executive producer of this, and I'm the hemoglobin of who's it, what's it, and all of that shit. He does all of this shit. And I don't know, maybe it's just me as a black person, as a black woman, in a way that a hot dog is a sandwich, but I digress. As a black woman, I just think it's interesting that the accusation is that you have disparaged a black woman, and you lead your argument against that by talking about yourself. Offended, defensive, angry, but not disputing. I just think leading it that way. This is the small clip that we've seen, and based on the way that he is speaking in the clip, I have to assume that this is the beginning. It is the beginning of his rant. And he starts his rant by talking about his accolades and not, what have I said? What did I do? No reflection. No curiosity. Just mad. Funniest part, if he, defensive as he was, wanted to prove himself right, and he wanted to prove them wrong, he could have done that by doing journalism on himself. Here's some clips of me being nice to black women. He could have. Here's something I wrote about black women, and look at this black woman. Oh, she likes me. Tokenize your daughter. At least try. You have a daughter. Now, she may not be the best option, considering that she roasts you relentlessly, and she has publicly, openly said that she would put you in a nursing home to your face. But she seems to like you. She seems to. Now, the problem is, if you disparage black women, I have a feeling she's the one to be the one to tell us. She's going to be the one to tell us. She's not going to hide it. She's not going to be like, no. She's going to be like, you do. You do. You have other great qualities. But you do disparage black women. But at least try. The only time he mentions a black woman is when he's talking about the woman who presented the award. I just think that's very interesting. I just think that's very interesting. That's just me. Just some bitch who don't watch sports, who doesn't watch sports commentary. The closest thing to my interest in sports is watching lesbians talk about WNBA on Threads, and Sydney Colson, Leo Sis, and Ellie the Elephant. That's it. My interest basically stops there. If we're going to war for Angel Reese, we ride at dawn. Asha Wilson seems nice. I know the names because I watch lesbians. I watch lesbians talk. And my partner is a fan of the WNBA, and he talks about them too. It stops there, though. It really does. With my limited knowledge of the topic, this is objectively hilarious. And I would like to posit a reframe for Stephen A. Perhaps you should be a little proud that you made history, because there are not many other individual humans who have gotten this award. You, via your research, because you did research about them and about the award, because of the research, we know that overwhelmingly the people who get this, or these awards are presented to organizations, and you got one all by yourself. Look at you go. Good job, Stephen. Anyway, that's all on that. My birthday's tomorrow. And I'm nervous. And at first I was like, I don't know why I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous? I do know I'm nervous. I yapped about it yesterday. It's because I have this weird obsessive need to use all of my time perfectly all the time. And if tomorrow is not literally the best day of my life, then what is it a birthday for? Which is weird because I know I have nothing planned because I have to work. And I don't have any money. And also, someone hacked my card and tried to spend $60 on Crunchyroll. And I was like, what? Thank God Bank of America doesn't do much right, but they got that right. They got that right. And they said, this you. Don't you already got Crunchyroll? And I said, yes, I do. They said, close account or card. They shut down my card and sent me a new one. So, you know, treat this I'm tired optional for you is what I'm trying to say. And yet I also still feel like something grand and life-changing should happen tomorrow. And if it doesn't, then I've had the worst birthday of my life. And it's because I don't spend my time well. And is that absurd? Yes. Yes, it is. Mental health. So tomorrow's my birthday. I'm really nervous about it. I am also going to talk to the lady tomorrow. We have a consultation. So yay, everybody clap. Everybody clap. I am nervous. I'm not nervous about therapy. I'm nervous about paying for therapy and then discovering I can't afford it. And after getting what I need, having to stop and ending up back where I started. We'll see how this goes. Wow. 15 minutes exactly, basically. I'm incredible. Anyways, bye.